Yes. This Amaziah, yeah, he began to reign when he was 25 years old. Yeah. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, but not with a perfect heart. Yeah. And it came to pass when the kingdom was established to him that he slew his servants that had killed the king his father. Yeah. But he didn't kill their children, but did as it is written in the law, in the book of Moses, where the Lord commanded, saying, yeah, the father shall not die for the children, neither shall the children die for the fathers, but every man shall die for his own sin. Oh. Now, there's this idea, right? It's called informed consent. See, I take very seriously the relationships that I have in life. Yeah. And I don't get involved with persons that I don't trust. Now, I know you wanted to say I was crazy, but I'm not. Every relationship that I've had, if I found out that the person was dishonest, yeah, they didn't really have a perfect heart. The motivation of the relationship was to destroy me. Yeah, I looked at it, yeah, as being a problem because I do not like relationships where it's not the benefit of each other. Yeah. Now, let's say you're a sheriff, yeah, in any county of the United States, yes, and you said you were the law. Pooh. You're going to find that if you have my documents on your server, yeah, we have a relationship. Let's say you're a police officer in any city of the United States, and your police department or your individual computer has any of my documentation on it, we're going to have a relationship. Now, I know the FBI says, well, we decide the relationships, but I decided we're going to have a relationship. See this thought of police departments covering up the fraud of courts? Yes. And then instead of enforcing the rights of the accused, you decided to start a new relationship without informing me of what you were doing. Yes. Now, this third party known as the designated mental health professional. Yeah. I don't think you really understand how upset I am as a citizen of the United States. Yes. That the prosecuting attorney gets a copy of the evaluation. Right. The public defender gets a copy. Yes. The judge gets a copy. Yes. And then there's the designated mental health professional that got a copy. Ooch. Now, obviously, I was competent to stand trial. I wasn't in SQUIM. Now, this idea, yes, that the court's just going to issue an order and I'm going to have to go to Peninsula Behavior Health, yes, and you're going to prescribe psychotropic medication or antipsychotic medication against my will, yes, because you're going to cover up your crimes. You decided to have a relationship with me, and you didn't do it with a pure heart. You did it with the intent of destroying myself and my family. Now, as a citizen of the United States, yes, you've been saying for the last 3.5 years, well, we did a mental health evaluation, and Paul is on the psychiatric system of all of those that have had mental health evaluations, right? Because we decided that once we arrest a person, we can obligate them to a mental health evaluation, yes, and then we can designate a mental health professional, yes, to help them with the arrest that they experienced. Now, as a citizen of the United States, anytime that you introduce a new relationship into my life, yes, where if I was to walk into the local uh, mental health clinic, yes, and say, do you have any files that have my name on it? If I was to read that you do without informed consent, yes, you have violated numerous laws. See, I had read about certain laws as it relates to the experimentation on citizens of any nation of the world. Yeah. The Nazis, yes, didn't really tell people what they were involved in. They kind of took you away and they did some experimentation and they didn't really inform you of what they were doing. Yes. Now, let's say you used my genetics, and you thought, well, let's make some little boys and girls. Oh, um, every little boy and girl that has my genetics, I have a relationship with. Yes. Now, for all of those, yes, that thought, well, we really don't have to tell them. We can get them involved in something that they don't understand. Yes. And then we can introduce relationships that they do not really have any ability to say no to. Yes. It's kind of like sewing in. Somebody convinced, well, possibly the world, right, that we're going to be on each other. Oh, and we're going to have sex through each other. Yes. Not realizing that the sex is going to cause the conception of children. Yes. And then I'm going to be sewn into every child of every person that I had sex through. Oh. Now, for all of those in the mental health profession, yes, we're we're going to have a relationship because that corrupt police department arrested me for the allegation of a crime where I had the very best of evidence. Yes. And then they thought, well, we're just going to do this. Well, my thought is, well, you're just going to get sued and you're going to go to prison. Right now! You decided that because of an arrest that you required a mental health evaluation. Yes. When I hadn't committed any crime at all. Yes. Because I informed you that my rights were being violated. Yeah. When you issued the protection order. Yes. Where I was not given any notice or opportunity to be heard. Yeah. Where the petitioner didn't sign it. Yes. And where there are forgeries on the document. Yes. And then for the last 3.5 fucking years, you decided that we're going to have a relationship. Isn't that right, Chief of Police? Now, today, we're going to talk about doing that which was right in the sight of the Lord, but you did not do it with a perfect fucking heart. See, you made it look good, but the truth was, your heart wasn't perfect. We're going to have a relationship, and it's going to last for a very long